Hi, everybody, and welcome back to this week's competitive Modern League, in which I'm playing through the Breach. Once more into the Breach, dear friends. The reason I'm playing this deck is I want to see how this is. I need to preface by saying Modern is a huge format, and the most popular decks are still like 5 or 6% of the meta. That being said, there is a rise in Tron and big mana decks. I don't know if it was GP Oklahoma, I forget the name, but there was a GP, I believe, last weekend, or by the time you're seeing this, it might be 2 weekends ago, in which the finals were Valakut decks. There were also Tron decks, and all of those are kind of difficult matchups for the Geist deck. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to play Geist, and were I to go to a paper tournament, I would still probably register Geist. I'm looking at some ways to at least improve those matchups a little bit in paper without giving up too many percentage points. Well, not just in paper, online as well, but looking for ways to improve those matchups, without giving away too many points in other places. But I think that a Blue Moon deck has good game against those decks because of the Enchantment Blood Moon, the way it interacts with their mana bases. And then most importantly, because this deck can close the door rather quickly, whereas the traditional Blue Moon decks kind of struggle to do that because they're much more of a control deck. And so this deck can kind of play like a tempo deck to get a Blood Moon in play, to tie them up, and then also to end the game. If you watch my last video, I will put a link in the upper right-hand corner of the screen to the playlist if you want to do that. But if you watched it, the changes right now are, I'm going to try a Vendilion Click instead of the second Spell Snare. It gives us if we're on the play, it gives us we don't have a Blood Moon, it gives us a potential way to interact with some of the big mana decks. Also, I considered Peak, but I just don't think Peak's great. It's a substandard cantrip compared to everything else, and it gets worse the more format knowledge you have, because the more format knowledge you have, the more you will innately know or have an idea of what is in people's decks and what they need to play around. So it's like the better player you are, in some ways, I think the worst Peak gets. Whereas Vendilion Click kind of does the similar things to Peak from an information standpoint, but then also is disruption and a threat. So I want to give that a try. In the sideboard, I don't remember exactly how my sideboard was configured. There's blue decks, so I have Dispel. I have these against Tron. This is also good against Valakut. Hopefully, though, I'll be able to slow them down and then combo them before, like between Blood Moon and Romance and stuff like that. So I don't want to try and go for a lot of counter spells against those decks, because hopefully I can make it a non-issue. Now, this is not a Jeskai deck. I don't have 4 Bolt, 4 Path, 2 Electrolyze, and 3 Helix. I have 4 Bolts and a couple Electrolyzes, so there is a real chance that we can get overrun. Go away. There is a real chance we can get overrun by some decks, so that's why I have the Anger of the Gods. Now, this Jace is sort of random. It could just be another Anger. Could be something else. I just want to try it. I've seen some lists run it in the main. I don't know that it's good enough for the main. I really don't know, but I just kind of want to see how it works. It's so corner case, I probably shouldn't even be considering it, but technically the ultimate does cast Emrakul. But it's kind of, I guess, a card we can bring in grindy matchups. So, that being said, I don't think I have too much else to say. Oh, I guess I should explain this if you haven't seen it. Against go wide decks, the Emrakul, if they're not at 15, like against Affinity, for example, they might be able to get to a place where they have so many permanents that they're able to sack everything that doesn't matter and then still kill you, and you don't kill them because they're above 15 life. Also, it's kind of slow. The combo's a bit slow against Burn. But Platinum Imperium is basically here because against Burn, if you play it, especially if you Blood Moon them first and they don't have access to green, they probably have no way to kill it. It's really good against the Affinity because you're going to be able to slow Affinity down enough where their hand's mostly empty, so they'd have to have, like, a double Galvanic Blast to deal with it. And if they don't, then you start attacking them with this. None of their creatures are big enough to really block it, and they can't. There's no point for them even attacking you. It's also good against Dredge, which I think is a pretty miserable matchup. One interesting thing against Lantern. Now, I don't know how our Lantern matchup is. If they don't have surgical extraction, it seems like it'd be really difficult for them to ever mill us out because of our Emrakul's. I did consider Platinum Angel because it would also technically work with Madcap Experiment, but I think that they could. You're in this weird. I asked a friend about it, and he was like, well, yeah, it could be difficult for them to kill it, but you're never going to really deck them because they have Academy Ruins. So in the best case, it probably just gets you a draw, which doesn't feel great. So I abandoned that idea, but it was something I thought about briefly. I think I've said enough about the deck. I will see you guys in a moment. All right, this hand is extremely land heavy, but and we're also on the play, which makes it kind of less good also. All that being said, it's kind of borderline. 4 lands is a lot, but we have some selection. We have interaction. I think it's a keep. It's just got like one too many lands, and I don't think you mulligan a hand that has like reactive cards and card selection. Oh, is this Bogles? Poo. All right. Well, Blood Moon can be good at slowing them down. So next turn we do get to. We're just gonna have to combo them, and then hope that we can do it quickly enough. I wonder what his plan here is. Maybe just play more Bogles. Core Spirit Dancer. I'm going to bolt that. But I need to bolt Remand. I guess I'm just going to have to like sacrifice the fact that I'm not going to have enough, and I'm also hurting my life total, but let's see if we can find another island. If we can find one more, okay, that's a start. If we can find one more island, that'll be good. So let's just play this because I'm going to Remand whatever seems like the smartest thing to Remand, and then Blood Moon. My hope is then he just has a 1/1 for the rest of the game. I'm going to let this resolve because I think he has a Rancor. And Rancor does more damage. I will Remand this, and then we're going to cast the Blood Moon. We drew another island, which is great. Alright, so let's cast Blood Moon. So now we have to beat a 2/2 at this point. You probably can't do anything else, and we have a good number of ways here to find the other half of this combo. So we're on a 6-turn clock, which isn't ridiculous. So let's start with Opt. I don't think I need to hold up anything at this point. Let's just start looking. So let's Opt. There's a Serum Visions. We'll take that mainly just because, like I said, we are looking now to just end the game with a combo. Put this on the bottom and put this on top, because I can basically snap Serum Visions and then just gain 2 life by blocking this Gladecover Scout. So let's snap Serum. I don't want any of these. Let Serum Visions again. There is the combo. Bottom, top. I'm actually not going to block. Now that we know we have the combo, we need him to deal lethal. Because now it's 15 plus Snapcaster Mage. Can it math? Yeah. Okay. So, I think Blood Moon's good. I think this is one of the only things we have. I don't like Platinum Imperium, actually. Unfortunately, the reason is, like, he can make a Boggle so big. Like, he can just make a 15/15 Boggle that if he takes out Path to Exile, yeah, I don't think I bring it in. I think I probably just take out these Electrolyzes. Still feels like kind of a bad matchup. Like, we got kind of lucky there, but see that, like, if he takes out his paths, which I'm guessing he's going to, he probably can't kill this. But then we're in this. If he doesn't take out the paths, though, then we're gonna, like, sit for a long time while he assembles this massive army. And the only way that I would really have to punch in through it is I have to find my cryptic commands, tap his team, attack for 8, tap his team, attack for 8. And if I'm going to do all that, maybe Emrakul's just better. Plus, if I take all these cards out, I don't even have enough to bring in. Like, I'm going to take out 8 cards, bring in 5, and then, like, Electrolyze is just like, eh. So I'm going to leave this like it is. I think that our plan is the same. Oh, gross. Our plan is... I can't keep this. I guess I'll keep this. Okay. Our plan is to combo. Our plan is to Blood Moon, Anger, combo type of thing. All right, let's play this guy. We're gonna start opting right away. If I see any lands, I will put them on the bottom because I think there's a good chance that we will. All right, Rancor's great. We're gonna be under a really, really quick clock here. Anger of the Gods would be sweet. Let's opt. Wow. Okay. We have to take that, but it's probably going to get suited up next turn and be pointless. I guess there's hoping. So let's play the Sulphur Falls. Basically, like, any enchantment means that we're just so dead. In some crazy world where he doesn't have an enchantment, this is going to be amazing. Play like a lifelink. No, that still makes it too big because of Ethereal Armor. Close, very close. I would be thrilled if you would just... Oh, please, don't play any enchantments. Oh my gosh, please, let's get lucky. I wonder if he has like an instant speed way to do something. Let's go and opt. I'm going to put the land on the bottom because I'll probably draw more lands. Cryptic's interesting. Alright, let's do this and see if it's good enough. He may have just not had more enchantments, but have more Bogles and doesn't want to, like, get blown out by an Anger of the Gods. I have no idea. But this gives us a chance. Or he's got, like, some way to protect it. I don't know. And then we... okay, there's that. But, I mean, he gets the Rancor back. It has saved us for the moment, so... And then we can potentially... If he doesn't have a Boggle, and we get to have this Cryptic Command, then we might win this game. I can't imagine that's the case. Like, what was in his hand? Why didn't he go in on the enchantments? What was he afraid of? Counterspells? I'm not sure. Doesn't have a Boggle. He's got a Boggle. He's got something. Oh my gosh. Are we going to lose to Gaddock Teeg? I think I'm going to lose to Gaddock Teeg. Our hand does nothing. Our hand does nothing. We have nothing. Oh my gosh. We have literally nothing. Gotta find a bolt. Can't protect ourselves. Can't do anything. Taking 5. We're just dead. Excuse me. Great. Oh, excuse me. Okay, dead. Huh. Alright, well, we're keeping in the bolt, so we have an answer to that. Submit. Alright, so Remand into Blood Moon is probably the best thing we can do against him. It's going to be it's going to be better because we're on the play. Let's see. Come on. Something. Oh. Gonna keep it. It's got an answer to this Gaddock. That's, I mean, that may not be an issue, but the main reason I'm keeping it is because we have this, we have opt into Remand. I think we just lead on this island here. So he gets to play Boggle, and then hopefully we get to Remand something. We're just trying to slow him down. We have a piece of the combo as well. Yeah, so we're looking for Blood Moon. Snapcaster Mage. Depending on what he suits up this Boggle with, I'll take the Snap. I don't know that it's... Maybe I shouldn't have taken it. There's a Blood Moon. So, let's play this, and let's see what he does. If he plays a... If he doesn't play something that I can kill, meaning like if he doesn't give it first strike, if he plays Rancor and it's just a big dude, I am going to flash in Snapcaster Mage, kill the Boggle, get a Mountain, and Blood Moon. And then I think we might actually be in reasonable shape. He may also just be looking to keep up a White Sword for Path to Exile so that he can get a basic. Maybe. I feel like that's kind of what he's thinking here. He's like, do I want to put a... Does he want to tap out? He's got 1 land, but he really wants to path in case he needs to. He doesn't want to completely shut the door by Blood Moon. So if he just attacks here, I think that's what we do. If he attacks, I think we flash and Snapcaster Mage, make him decide what he wants to do. If he plays, I don't know. We'll get to have some idea, I think. If he plays something like an Ethereal Armor, then maybe I just remand it and enters a battlefield, create a white with Vigilance. Yeah, so the fact that this now gets first strike and our Snapcaster Mage does nothing, I feel a bit more inclined to just remand this. I would really like to get a... I can't, unfortunately. I'm going to have to just play Sulphur Falls, I guess, and this is a Mountain. But let's Blood Moon for sure. So this is now a... It's just a Mountain, I guess. I mean, it's a 1/1 thing, but Doesn't make green mana. I guess it can make red mana. So now, hopefully we can basically bolt this, block this. This is the new plan. I think I would actually just like to bolt, snap, opt. Alright. Cool. Blood Moon is great against Bogles. So let's see. Opt would have... We would have killed this thing. Opt would have put the Scalding Tarn on the bottom. We would have drawn the Flooded Strand. Then we would have drawn an island. That would have made our Cryptic Command live. We had a... That would have made the Cryptic Command live. I mean, I think that we would eventually just won the game. Yeah, we would have won. So basically then... So the way it works out, like I said, is we put the Tarn on the bottom. We draw the Flooded Strand. We're like, whatever. Not great. But he can't play anything. We draw the island. Now we have Cryptic Command up. We probably just sit on the Cryptic Command. We draw another Emrakul. We're like, meh. But then after that, we draw the Through the Breach. We probably still have a Cryptic Command, and the game's over. Why am I stuck here? Okay. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me for round 1. I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday for round 2. I've been trying to reply to as many comments as I can, but I might be trying to make it out to the mountains on like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is like I'm recording this on a Friday, on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday combination to be on the mountains, so you might not hear to do some landscape photography in the mountains. That's what I'm trying to say. So you may not hear from me, I may not be around, but that's why I'm making these videos ahead of time, to make sure that I keep them up. Okay, that is it. I don't have anything else to mention. Oh, I do actually. I almost forgot. So I did meet with Jonathan Rossum and Harlan Fear. And we had so much to talk about that we're meeting again on Sunday, because we just had too much to say and I didn't get to get all the questions and everything. So still gonna meet with them again. That video is still coming. Don't worry, it's being worked on. See you guys soon. Thank you very much. Bye for now.